Hi everybody. Hi everybody. It's your friend Daniel Hutchins. We're back again. So what are we doing? Well, we have a Saturday, and we have the house all to ourselves today and tonight. And because my sister and my brother need a well-deserved break, you know, from work and from the rest of the proverbial drama that has been happening. Mind you me. But anyway, we're back again on the huts. We're gonna let you know what's going down, alright? So this second week was really tough. Right? The second week of college was real tough. Mostly because I realized I was going in over my head taking 5 classes. So then I had to drop one of my 5 classes just so that I could break the bond. So then that way I'm able to be successful and then I could take a double of history in another semester. That way it goes back full circle, like full circle round. But anyway, I just had myself a little bit of time. I made myself some fried fish on top of the oven top. I also, yeah, it was just, Trader Joe's. I had some Trader Joe's fish, fried it on top of a pan on top of the oven top, and I sprinkled on some salt, pepper, and some Tony Chachere's, the Cajun seasoning that my brother is very famous in. But yeah, you know. But yeah, and I got some other update for you. Oh yeah, I gotta catch up on the new episode of The Peacemaker, and I have to finish up Sesame Street. But the only reason why I haven't done those yet is mostly and foremostly because I wanted to bring you the first ever episode of something that I had promised over at my friend Hutchins Hut Productions. However, instead, we just decided, I did a trailer, or should we say on Hutchins Hut Production, about the idea of bringing us our first ever episode of my new dog, Marley. Yep. So she's just relaxing right now, as you see. Marley. Yes, Marley. Yep. I guess we can say I'm dog sitting. But she's kind of tired, as you see. Yeah, she's very tired right now. This is my new dog, Marley. Um, she is a pit bull mix. 3 years old pit bull mix. Pit bull mixed with terrier. And you can see on the brown and the white and her beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Again, that is again, like I said, this is going to be the first ever episode I have done on Hutchins Hut for what we call the Daniel and Marley show. The Daniel and the Marley show. The Daniel and Marley show. The spiritual successor to the Daniel and Dallas show. Also, because I did the Dan and Dallas show in South Carolina, now we bring you the sequel of the Dan show. Yes, the Dan and Marley show. Well, right now she's kind of feeling shy right now, so she's not used to being on the camera. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, I already gave her some breakfast right before my brother and sister had left to go on their trip. They're just going somewhere, just kind of hang out. And then they'll be back here tomorrow morning to bring me over to church. Monte Vista. Monte Vista Christian Church. My brothers and my sisters, in the LGBTQ church and the Christian community of Albuquerque. Yes. So, anyway, more disappointed than the way we also will try and catch up on some stuff on Hutchins Hut Productions and catching up on notifications. Mythical morning. I was doing a little bit of my friend Josh Reason. He was doing the Texas game, and Texas Longhorns, the first game. And yeah, the Texas Longhorns. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of them before I hopped on and started talking to y'all. So, have no fear but the fear itself. And again, remember, only you can support the comic book universe by subscribing to the Hutchins Hut, the Hutchins Hut Original, and the Hutchins Hut Productions, so that in Grand Torn, we'll be able to say that we are entertaining audiences that are much rather small, but at the same time, we want to say we are entertaining audiences here at Hutchins Hut Original for over 12 years and counting. And I hope to do this for as long as I can. Mostly because it brings me great joy to entertain you and tell you stories about my day-to-day life now out here in Albuquerque. Okay. But remember, guys, I will be doing a review or my thoughts on the second episode of Season 2, Peacemaker. The only reason why I hadn't done it yet is because I had a lot of homework. Yes, I had to do some homework, and I had to help my sister and brother with some chores around the house, like, trash, laundry, dog, taking a shower, the things in life that are, kind of more important. But again, like I said, not to be too hung up over the fact that now we are hopping on over the HBO, and we're going to try to catch up on the next episode of Sesame Street as I walk and I talk and I walk and I talk. So right now on HBO Max there is a trailer, or should we say commercial advertisement for Minecraft. Yes, Minecraft. I can't show it to you right now because, again, it's on commercial, and I don't own the property. And last time I tried doing that on the last time it ended up getting copyrighted. So I cannot show you the Sesame Street, unfortunately, but I can talk to you about it. So today on Sesame Street, or should we say this week, or Sesame Street episode is Season 55, Episode 33, Episode 5533. 5533. Yeah, Season 55, Episode 33. Okay, you're saying, see the demonstrations in Indonesia. I don't know anyone from Indonesia, so I can't help you there, my friend. I can't. But right now, we have other important business to discuss and announcements we have to what you guys know on. But right now, we're catching up on this week's episode of Sesame Street, episode 5533, episode on HBO Max. And like I said, we got to finish up these last few episodes before it gets removed off HBO, because now they found the new partnership deal that they struck a deal with on Netflix, because the licensing alone for Sesame Workshop and the Sesame Street has been canceled by HBO Max. So now, hopefully, maybe even next year, hopefully by the next season, we'll see season 56 on our new home of Sesame Street, and hopefully he'll give you guys a reason to subscribe to Netflix, because Sesame Street is the longest running children's program on television. So again, make no mistake when there's no mistake made. All I can say is right now we're watching Sesame Street as I'm walking and talking and pacing and talking. And right now they are playing a game of pickleball. Yeah, they're playing pickleball on Sesame Street right now. The episode's called Rudy Got the Ball. Yeah, that's what it is. Rudy's Got the Ball. Season 55, episode 33. Or should we say episode 5533? Okay, but anyway, I'll see you on the next episode of The Hut. And until then, I'll see us around.